Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Well, I thought today we would do or have another play in this cute little collage book, this tiny little book, and I have pulled some new ephemera that I have, new washi, and I have a set of stamps here. These are the stamps that I showed the last time, and I want to stamp a partial flower in here. I want to show you how we can do that. I've got my VersaFine. I have some new glue that was sent to me. So thank you, Cindy. I'm finally getting around to using this. I want to see how this little tip holds up. I'm always obviously talking about the glue and the hard time I have with it. So I received this a while ago. Just want you to know, Cindy, that I love it. I appreciate it. I have not forgotten about it. And I want to show you the pieces that I pulled that I'm just adding to my little stash, because this is a tiny little book, and you can see by the size, this is a normal size postage stamp. So you can tell right there the pieces that go in here. And again, I will put in the description the size of the book and the size of the pages. Okay. So let's get right to it. I went through yesterday when I was sitting at my desk. I had a little bit of time, maybe about a half an hour, and I just needed to relax and have some downtime. So I went through my cigar boxes, and I have a lot of little ephemera stashed away in there. I keep my cigar boxes on my desk. So I just leisurely went through, and I found a whole bunch of tiny little pieces. And as you know, I'm doing a black and white theme with a splash of color here and there. So I found these butterflies. This one I wouldn't use, but I love this. I just wanted to show you the banner behind it. And this is a blue and black. I mean, I could use it, but it's a little bit longer for the page, and I would like to use this somewhere else. So I have these, and I have these as well. These are all digital, so I can actually cut these out. So I have these little butterflies here. I have this larger butterfly, which we may do today. I want to put this, I definitely want to put that in my book. So I think I'm going to put that there, because I will try to do that today. I found these little tiny, again, these are digitals. And what you do with these is you cut these apart with your X-Acto knife. But you can see here, these are all little tiny frames, and they come in a larger format, and I've used the larger ones. And then this is what's left of this diamond pattern. And these are great. They come in all different sizes, patterns. I will put the link to the shop. This is the same shop here that has these butterflies. So I can put the link to this shop in the description. Here's another little one. Isn't that sweet? So I have these, and then I found just some miscellaneous ephemera tickets. I don't know why I pulled this. I know it's got the black and the yellow. I'm going to set that aside. I have these little tickets here. I call them tickets. Anything that comes with a perforated edge and I can rip apart. I call them little tickets. That's just my take on them. I have this one here. I've got these sweet little children here. I'm not sure what they're holding. I'd have to get my magnifying glass. So if I'm going to use something small like this, I do like to know. And it doesn't really show in the photo. It just looks like they're holding something, or they're tying themselves. This one has a little doll in it. This looks like it's a wrap or some sort of bandage that's gone around this one and this little tyke here. So I don't know what they're doing. I I have another butterfly. It has the zebra stripes. That's a different shade of black. And then I have the number 2. This I think is really cool. I will use this at some point. It's a vintage price marker that you would find in the stores. I pulled this out. This is a muted black, but again, I'm doing things with a splash of color, and I just think these are fun. And this would definitely blend in because I have used the cloth here, which gives it that vintage look. So you can see those colors work just fine. More flowers. I have these that are cut out, another ticket. I have this postage stamp, which I really like. It just has the tanner beige, a little bit of green, and then the darker green, which actually looks like a black, and then there's the black around that. I've got a round daffodil here. I have some ivy. So I've just gone, I have these 2 pieces of ephemera. So I've just gone through and I've pulled some things that I do want to work with. I have this. I don't know if I'll use this. The only black on there is that. I'm going to set that aside. Because I've set the parameters of a black and white theme, I'm really trying to stick to the black and white. Although this here, I am going to add this because I just think this is really cool. So let's do this first. Let's just play. We're just going to have a nice play. And that's the one thing that I really like about this book is there's no pressure. You can pick it up anytime. And I will say that when I'm done with this, I will go back north when I'm up there shopping around and just for a nice drive. And I will see if I can find another one. And I will get 1 or 2 more. And then I can do a different color. I could do like, red and white or yellow in a color. I just think it's fun to challenge yourself. And I love collaging where I don't have prompts or I'm told what to do because obviously I have to think of things myself. And I'm wondering, I'm not going to do that. So I would really like to now this is a little bit too big. So I think what I'm going to do, if I take this body out, the wings will fit just fine on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these. I'm going to cut this body right off because I really do want to just use these wings. And I'm going to save this body here. And I may be able to just incorporate that with something else. You never know. So I have this and this. And then what I'm going to do is I also pulled, I have this rickrack, which we are going to use. But what I'm going to do is I pulled some different washi tape. I found, again, I went into my big bin. So I have these bicycles. And these are vintage style cars. I've got this stripe, which I may have used already. I have this one here, which is keys. And I think these are really cool. So I have these keys. All right, I'm going to put that over there. I have this bicycle here, Life is an Adventure, and I think that's so true for me. That would be great in my book. I've got some plaid, or should I say black gingham, polka dots. This I definitely pulled because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I have an idea to use this with some tissue paper, and I've got a cute little idea there. So I'm going to hold off on that, but I love that. This is going to go in the book. Oh, this is the keys. Let's put this back over here. This I thought was fun. Again, it's mostly black and white, but again, it has a little splash of color here and there. So I pulled that. Another polka dot. Here I've got some pups that are quite fun. This is a larger version of this one here with the cars. Okay, so I have that. And then I have this one, again, has a splash of color, but I love this black and white right here. So those are the new washi tapes. New to you, new to me because they've been sitting around, but they are old. So here I'm going to use some washi here. And I'm wondering, I'm not going to use that. I think maybe I'll use this here. And again, this is just a great way to play. And you will hear my phone going off and on. Actually going off, not on. I have to keep my phone with me now because I really am back to work full time. Whoops. And there is, I have to fix this because obviously this, oh, this is from the center, this caught. There is a lot going on. I've been at the quarry 3 times this week. And I have to be on call when I'm not there. So you will hear little dings and little purrs and whistles and things like that. So and I think here, because I would really like to do something along here to add a little bit of zip and zang to this, and it's not so plain. So if we do this here like that, I'm going to stitch, but I'm going to stitch in a different way, and I think it will be really fun in this, being in this, should I call it a seam? And I think it will add a little bit of interest too. So let me stitch this, and then I will show you what I'm thinking, and hopefully it will come out the way I want it to. All right, so what I did, I have it sewed, and this is what I did. I took a piece of tulle, all right, and then I just folded it however which way I wanted to. And I first stitched it by itself, and then I attached the butterfly wings on it, and then I just did a large zigzag stitch to kind of just give it a little feathery, that's a new word, feathery look to it. I am going to take my distressed ink, and I'm just going to do the tips here. If I can, I may have to put this on a scrap paper just so you can see just a little bit here like this. Should put a little bit of gold on that. But I just want just a little bit on there so you can kind of make it out that there is a little bit of fabric attached to it. Okay, then I'm going to take this, and the first thing I could just put it in here like this, but I don't want to do that. I want to add something at the bottom here. So I'm going to take this little guy here and I'm going to cut it in half. You can use your scissors if you want to. I'm just, and it doesn't have to be exact. Let me go up here, make sure it's, and I kind of like it offset like that. And I think what I'm going to do is what I'd like to do is put this right up around here. And then I'd like to have one of these down here like this. And it may just be too big. If I put one here, and if I put the other one over here, that might be kind of fun like that, okay? And I'm just trying to, with this little book, just trying to create some fun little collages that you normally don't do. It's just basically piecing things together and adding and just having fun. So I'm going to take this little bit of washi here. I'm going to add the polka dot to this. Put that like that. And I think this one I'm going to add, I think I'll add the keys to this one. And I might not add the keys to that, only for the fact that you may not be able to tell it's a key. So I'm going to grab another piece of washi that might be a little bit smaller. Let me grab this here from what we used the last time. And maybe I will use this here. This might work out just fine. And I think that will work. That'll work a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to take these and I will put this one on this side. And again, with this type of work, there's no rhyme or reason. You just do what you want to do and just have a fun play with it. Just have a fun play. And you can get your markers out. You could do mark making in this little piece right here. Doesn't have to be washi, but I really like, oh, Barbie. Okay, now let's see how, you're probably all, oops, oh my goodness. You're probably all saying, no, you got it on wrong. And I did put it on wrong, didn't I? So let's see here what we got going on. So I will say that this Barely glue, it sticks quick, just like my liquid cement over there. So I'm glad that I caught that and I saw it. So it has to go like this. There we go. And no harm, no foul on that. So this, just so you know, you saw how that wasn't down there that long. And wow, that sticks. So just be mindful of that glue. Okay. So now I'm going to take and put this up here. Okay. And I do like that. I think that's cute. I'm not going to go bring it down. Can either bring it up or I can bring it down a little bit. And then maybe up here, I would like to do a little something up here. I can run just a little bit. a little bit there, and I'm going to just take a little tiny piece and put it over here on this side. And the fun thing too with washi is if you don't like it, you can always take it off. But I think that adds a fun little. So for this, what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get a lot of glue in here, I think what I'm going to do is I will glue the outside of these wings and attach it as best I can there. I'm going to try to leave this so it will just adhere through. I'm afraid if I use too much glue, it will as long as I get this down a little bit, I can always come back and I can glue more. All right. I'm going to start on the outside here. Bringing this in. And I'm just going to do this and hold that for a few minutes. So I hope everybody is doing well today. Today is Friday. And it is, gosh, after, what time is it? 12:33. It's a beautiful day. It's cold. Believe it or not, though, I mean, our high today is going to be 22, so it's going to be a really nice day. All right, so now we have this sweet little page here. I'm just going to try to open that up. Isn't that cute? It's just something different. And then what I will do is I can come back with my, I just want to get this placed in here, but I can come back with my stronger glue. Then I can glue the outside of these. I just want to let this set for a little bit, okay? So what we can do is we can pop over to here. And we can work right here on these two pages. So what I did the other day is I have this embossed paper. And I really liked this, and I wanted to use this white. So, again, and I wanted to use fiber or my ribbons or whatever, because I'm also including that. So I took a little piece. I first tore it off to make sure it would fit on here. And then I took a little piece of rickrack and then this twine here. And I stitched it right down the side of this, and this I want to put right here like this, okay? And I'm not going to outline this or anything. It's just going to be the white. I really don't want to do any, a lot of distressing or anything like that. I'm just really challenging myself and being true to my word and just going with the black and white theme. And okay, I'm going to bring that in a little bit. All right, so we'll put that there. And I love how everything is kind of sticking out and on the sides, the tops and bottom of this. I think it's just going to add so much more interest. Okay. Then I have, I knew I wanted to do a postage stamp here, so I found this cute little love postage stamp, and it has all the black lines running through it. And I want to put that just right on there like that. So we will put that right there. And I think that's just a sweet little, and again, it's just simple. It's just using your ribbons or fibers. I love this rickrack. Now on this side, I want to continue with this little piece here. I'm going to have to tear this down just a little tiny bit for what again, I have an idea. I just want to see how it will work out. Now I have this scrap piece of paper here, and I don't know if I want to cover the entire page or if I want to just take a portion of this. But again, I think I want to have it a little bit more here. And I'm just going to rip this. And I'm going to rip each side. Because I want the texture on each side of this as well. And we're just going to do a little tiny bit off the top here. Okay. And then we have this piece here. So I want to put this right over here like this. Now what I want to do is I want to weave this through here. So I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to work with the lines that are provided on here. Now I did this one other time with a photograph, 2 photographs of Queen Elizabeth. This, I'm just using these papers. So because I want to add texture to this and just something different. So I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to cut across here. I'll cut across here. Cut across here. And they don't all have to be the same, like width or whatever, but these will probably end up being somewhat of the same. There. 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 Oops, I didn't want to go all the way across for that one. All right, so I'm going to start on the bottom because this one went all the way across. I might be able to save that if I go like this. A little too far. So I will start, okay, and then this I have to rip down a little bit more. And again, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You can always do something different. Okay. I think it'll be easier to do it this way. If I have that through there. This is the part that's bugging me up, where I cut it too much. There we go. And then this will go right, and then that will go through. All right, so what I can do, no, I want that. There we go. So let me pull this through a little bit, and then we will get this through here, and we'll be good to go. And then what I will do is I will just glue that little, whoops, that little tiny bit there. And then I will glue this little tiny bit here in place, okay? And then I won't have to worry about it. Right there. And no one will ever know that that was cut there. All right. I'll put this here like this. All right. And I think that's going to be a really cute piece to put on the other side, adding texture and whatever. If I wanted to, I can also, see, isn't that cute? Adding texture and such there. I could also run this through here, but I'm not going to, because I just think I don't want to take it away from there. And I just want this to be a very plain page. And again, this is make a great sample book on different things you might want to do in your journal, or ideas, you know, sample idea book. And this is a nice way as well to use little scrap papers that can be incorporated. But I think that's very cute. I think those two pages go really well together. Very cute. So we have that one. Let's go back to the butterfly one. And I think now I can glue, and I may not want to glue this down. I may want to just leave this freestanding so it has a little bit of room to expand. So we have that one, and then let's see, we're going to go over here and we're going to do one more here on this page. Okay, so this next one, this last little page in here, I'm going to use a stamp. And I believe I'm going to use it on this side. I think I'm going to take this one, and I want to stamp it pretty much like this. Okay. I might even do it at a little bit of an angle. Maybe something like this. I think that's the one I want to use. I could use, let's see. I could use this one. Maybe I'll use this one here. And I'm going to have to get my scrap paper. I will put that over here like this. I'll have to do one. I'm going to take this, put this here for that one. And then I will use a scrap on this side. So I want to use this one here. This one here, here. I am going to just come in over around here. So, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some washi. I'm going to put that here just as a mask. And I'm going to put this up here. And I think I will put, I'll put that there. And one can never be too careful, right? And I'll put that one there like that. And then I'm going to ink this up here. Just don't want to get this on my desk. Okay. All right, so we'll set this aside. And then fold this in half, this scrap. I don't chat a lot during these projects because I just really, I have to concentrate. Okay, so we got that. Let's move this over here. I have this one here. Right here, okay. We are going to take this and be ever so careful. And we are going to put this here like this, okay. And hopefully, voila, we have this down. And that's okay because I can put a little something there, but I think that's really cute in there. And I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to add anything else to it, or I'm not going to add any color or anything to it. I just want that, the black and white. I can also, if I want to cover that little mark, where is that little tiny, there was a little, I had a little tiny number here. I had a little number 2. That's not small enough. I can find a little tiny something to cover that. On this side, however, because I have a flower here, I'd like to take this, I'd like to do a little frame. So again, I'm going to take my X-Acto and I'm going to cut, I want a bigger frame. Maybe I'll take this larger frame here. And I'm just going to cut down here. So my eyes start to get a little crazy when you are cutting and I have a tendency not to blink when I do little cuts like this. Then when it's a crazy pattern too, it's like, yay. Okay, that, and that. Okay, so see how you can just cut these out and then they just remain the same, but they're different. Okay, and then we're going to put this in over here, which I think is going to be really cute. And what do I want to add to that? I could just add a number 2, which I think gives it some interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down here. And I hope everybody really does try to make a little tiny book, tiny collage book, because I just think it's just a really nice way to kick back, relax, have some fun, try something new without having to do a large spread. Experiment, just have fun. I want to put this 2 in here, but I'd like to also add, I want to add some more. Okay. We are going to add this. going to add that. And we are going to take, this is a sticker. Yep. We'll take this and we will add this right there like that. And that is our page there. That is our page. So I think that's really cute. So today, let's little review as to what we did and what you can do. All right. So we created this here with the rickrack and the little piece of thread right here. And then we did a little woven pattern here, which was fun to do with 2 different pieces of scrap. We did the butterfly with the tulle, and then the washi and up here, and then the little piece of ephemera down here. And then we did this page right here. So again, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe and follow along with this little book and other little projects and big projects that I'm working on. For all my returning subscribers, thank you very, very much. There's more and more of you coming back to watch, which I really appreciate it. And a big shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. I appreciate all of your words over there and your wonderful comments. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. I'll probably continue a little bit in this book. I'm going to be getting, just so you know, I'm going to be getting ready. The next 2 projects that we're going to be working on is the color cube. And I'm also going to be, just for everyone out there, I'm going to be distributing the crossword puzzle collage books next week. And I will be back into doing the crossword collages as well. So I want everybody to have a great weekend. I'm sending warm hugs from a very cold Adirondack Park. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you all. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.